You're not much of like a New Year's resolution guy.
No, because I think they're silly. I don't think that.
Do you think it's more of the joke of what they've turned into? Because I feel like the idea of setting a goal for yourself is good.
Yeah, but you don't need a new year to do that. You just
Exactly. Yeah. So
just set a goal.
Just set a goal for yourself and try to achieve it.
Well, I just think it's also the industry that I work in because we'll see this lull for about 2 weeks because everyone's like, I'm not drinking no more.
Oh my, that's that. There's a trend right now of people being like, day 1 without drinking, day 2 without drinking, day one without day one.
So I just think it's silly. I'm all for goals to better yourself. You know, I quit drinking for 1.5 years.
Yeah.
I started going to the gym.
I definitely
lost like 100 pounds.
Yeah. I definitely used to be a guy like something like my New Year's Eve resolution, and I'd scoff at them. It's like, that's kind of mean and gatekeepy. It's kind of like, if someone wants to be like, this is what my New Year's resolution is, I'm like, good, set that goal for yourself.
Yeah. But you're not saying that to them, so it's fine.
No, I used to, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
well,
then,
like, you're at your New Year's Eve.
Oh, yeah, then you're a dick.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, no, you can think it. You can think, oh, that's really stupid, but let them live their life.
Yeah, exactly. Let them have their hopes and dreams. It's a little warm in here. Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I feel warm.
Well, let's do this.
This is Tommy.
This is Jacob.
This is Tommy Jacobs.
Mixtape.
I'm wearing a thermal. It's just it's all goddamn hot. Welcome back, everyone. This is TJ's Mixtape. I'm Tommy.
Ooh.
That's Jacob.
Ooh.
We're a movie review podcast. We talk about movies, who's in them, who made them, what they're like, what we thought of them. But we're doing something new today.
We are talking about movies. But first, before we get into the movies that we're talking about, let's do our movie game.
So if you're a new listener, at the end of each episode, we randomly select 2 stars and connect them via co-stars the following episode. So we give you the people, take a week, then we play it. Last week was Willem Dafoe to Will Smith.
Will to Will.
Will to Will.
And it was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I wonder if we have the same one.
No.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
All right.
You go.
Start with Will Smith is in Independence Day with Jeff Goldblum, who's in Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou with Willem Dafoe.
Huh. I completely forgot about Independence Day.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't even think about that movie. Mine is a little weirder. Willem Dafoe is in Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
Okay.
Who's in The Great Gatsby with Joel Edgerton.
All right.
And Joel Edgerton is in Bright with Will Smith.
Yeah. I was trying to think of a Joel Edgerton one in Bright, but I was having a hard time getting Joel Edgerton over to Willem Dafoe.
Well, I forgot that Joel Edgerton was in The Great Gatsby. He's Tom.
Yeah, he's Tom Buchanan, yeah.
I just completely forgot about that.
I was also thinking about The Lighthouse a lot. I was trying to see if there was like a Will Smith, Robert Pattinson connection there, which I feel like there has to be.
I got stuck on Batman. Yeah.
With Robert Pattinson?
I don't remember. I did that thing where, I was on the Connect the Stars and I was just typing stuff in and I created like a loop over here that didn't, you know what I mean?
And you're like,
wait a minute. Because like Michelle Pfeiffer got in there somehow.
Wow. Okay.
I don't remember. Oh, because Tommy Lee Jones in Men in Black. That led to Batman. That led to Robert De Niro.
You were going down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, that's what I've been doing. I've just been typing them in movies
fair.
I think about, and then to see what kind of starts to spark.
I mean, yeah, you're doing it in front of your computer. I'm doing it all in my brain.
Yeah, I'm not looking anything.
I know.
But it is helpful to see
visually
because
it would 100% be helpful
because then the poster comes up and you see, oh yeah, like that. I forgot that. Like Michelle Pfeiffer. I was like, I forgot she was in that movie.
Well, today we are trying something new. New year, new us.
New Year resolution, baby. We decided to attempt talking about a franchise as a whole.
Yeah. So this isn't necessarily like a review as more of like maybe kind of like a light video discussion essay.
Yeah, a dialogue about what it morphed into. So if you've been looking at the promos at all, we are doing the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise.
Is it Caribbean or Caribbean?
I think it's potato.
I know.
I think it's just depending on your colloquialisms.
I actually weirdly interchange it. I think I probably say Caribbean, but I'll say Caribbean every once in a while, and I don't know why.
Always say that, Caribbean.
Yeah, you say Caribbean. And
Now that I don't like this, we're hyper focusing on it, and it's stressing me out. I don't know why.
like someone's gonna be like, actually,
Yeah,
it's no,
100%.
I have looked this up, and it truly is like interchangeable, like 100% interchangeable.
Yeah, because they go depend on your colloquialism,
Yeah, exactly.
like where you grew up and
yeah.
you know, just how you speak the language.
It's like aluminum to aluminium or whatever.
aluminium.
Yeah.
But yes, the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise spans from 2003 to 2017. There have been talks about them rebooting the series, blah, blah, blah.
It sounds like it's possibly, maybe.
I'm going to say it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't think so, especially after the Johnny Depp
Amber
stuff.
Heard stuff, yeah.
And then now he blacklisting Disney, in
Yeah.
response to them blacklisting him.
Yeah.
So I say this franchise is over, and I think that's why it was a good one, because there's 5 movies. It's a good little
Yeah. A little pocket.
start of trying this new thing.
And the big thing to really point out, I do want to say, is that every single one of these films is produced by Jerry Bruckheimer, who did like Armageddon and like Bad Boys and stuff like that. So
These movies look great.
yeah,
Like, they're fun.
They're extremely big budget.
Yeah, they're fun visual. Like there's every one of them has like a, that's cool. like the undead sharks in the 5th one. Like it's like, that's kind of cool.
Even like starting in the first one, that reveal of them as skeletons
I mean,
or the undead curse thing.
the first one is lightning in a bottle.
Not a ship in a bottle.
It's a ship in a bottle. Because rewatching them, so yeah, we went and just over the last couple of weeks, I've just been kind of picking them off one by one. Different times, sometimes they overlapped. But watching that first one again with the kind of reviewing mindset, that movie is pretty incredible.
It really is.
That movie was crazy. Disney coming out with that in 2003, this like really high octane live action adventure with a stellar cast and special effects that were crazy, and they still look pretty good.
They do actually, yeah.
Like those scenes of them in the like with the moon coming out and that whole fight scene between Barbossa and Jack.
Yeah.
Like it's so cool.
Well, just the scene of them walking on the floor of the seabed.
Yeah, I remember that movie coming out and being my mind being blown about how that looked.
I remember that movie. That scenes like that was scaring some of my friends.
I was scared. They were terrifying. These undead skeleton pirates. It was cool.
I mean, the biggest thing. So, kind of a little bit of history of just the franchise in general is this was. It started like in the 90s where people were working on spec scripts, but then like I think there was a Disney exec who didn't want to like make a movie based off of their theme rides. They wanted to keep the movie world and the theme park world separate. So there was a lot of pushback with that.
Which that logic makes sense.
Yeah.
Like if they just think about, and it's 1995, let's just say, and some writer comes in and it's like, hey, I want to make a movie. Okay. Based on that Pirates of the Caribbean ride. You would be sitting there kind of like, what do you mean? Like it's a bunch of, have you ever been on it?
I've never been to Disney.
I don't know. It's literally just a bunch of little animatronic shots of a pirate's life. There is no story to it. There's no
story inside of the theme.
Not really.
Of the ride, really.
Not really. Like a lot of the shots that you see, like when they first go to Tortuga, and like there's the pirate underneath the woman's skirt, and she's going woo like that. Like that's one of the animatronics.
Yeah.
They're in the, you know what I mean. So it's like a lot of that, and there's like story like there's a, I'm sure I don't know. There's like a ship battle, but.
Yeah, okay.
Between pirates and the Royal Navy.
So then, kind of really quick, walk me through like beginning to end of that theme ride. Then is it literally just like vignettes of moments?
Yeah, you're just sitting in a little boat, and you're just trudging along, and
then a pirate shows up. He's like, "Rah!" And you're like, "Ah!"
Kind of. You're like, yeah, like, and then one of them, there's like a pirate ship fighting the Navy, like I was saying, but then there's like a restaurant like next to that you can eat. I never eaten at the restaurant, but you can eat at the restaurant, and then over here, yeah, and then.
And spoiled seafood or some shit.
Or like the dog The dog is in the ride. Them trying to get the key from the dog.
Oh,
So that's the thing. There's a lot of little Easter eggs of
Yeah.
the ride throughout the franchise,
The
especially
franchise?
especially the first one.
I would say probably the
first
so
one.
The first
That's
one.
all of them. That's it is the ride, and then
Yeah.
they started making characters, and then later on they added Jack Sparrow at the end of it. Now you can see Jack.
Yeah.
And then I do remember as the movies were coming out, they had this like holographic thing where whoever the villain was, current villain.
Oh,
So it would be like Davy Jones.
Yeah.
Would then like you say some fucking thing to you. I don't remember.
put you into my locker.
Oh, I didn't realize that all these have a post credit scene.
Oh yeah,
Did you watch the post credit scene for the fifth one?
yeah.
Oh, fucking stupid. I didn't know I could be more checked out. Oh my god, there's barnacles on the ground. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, sorry. I just thought.
Jones locker coming for you, buddy.
I'm like, he's dead. Keep them dead. Stop with the Dragon Ball Z wishing bullshit.
So within all of that in the 90s when they were working on like the spec scripts and stuff, it wasn't until like the late 2000s or late 90s, early 2000s when there was finally some traction with it. Jerry Bruckheimer came on. They had some scripts written by the same guys that wrote Shrek and wrote Aladdin. And then Johnny Depp came aboard and Jeffrey Rush kind of like at the same time, but Depp kind of became a driving force as well of like finding for other people to hire and like actors and so forth. But ultimately what this kind of turned into is them, Disney, wanting to reignite the pirate swashbuckler films from the early golden age of Hollywood.
Excuse me.
And I actually kind of forgot about that whole era
Yeah.
of the pirate, pirate stuff. Why is that annoying me?
I don't know. You keep fucking with it.
The pirate genre of films from the 1940s, 50s, and 60s. And that is like a genre that slowly dissipated away. And westerns kind of kept living because we were in England, I guess,
Well, and it's like even in the 90s, they tried the pirate thing, Cutthroat Island.
Mm-hmm.
I remember having fond memories
Apparently,
of.
Cutthroat Island was originally came out of a spec script for pirates.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I also think that correct me. I have a feeling that was kind of the nail in the coffin
yeah.
for a while because that movie was barely not.
Would you consider Hook?
Yeah, I mean, not in the sense of his pirate representation. That's a weird way to say it, but it's not about
Pirates and piracy. Finding the treasure.
Yeah. It's not really about that. Finding the treasure is rediscovering his family. That's the real
Fifth one?
treasure.
Yeah.
What?
Are you talking about the fifth one?
No, I was talking about Hook, but yes, that does also
Oh,
does
yeah.
works for the fifth one.
Barbossa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was an accident. But, well, because like actually, I just want to look that up really quick. 90s
Pirate films.
movies. I just wanna see.
Goonies?
That's I would say yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Hook, Cutthroat Island, Muppet Treasure Island,
Muppet Treasure Island.
Waterworld. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I was actually kind of thinking that.
Yeah.
A million versions of Treasure Island.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
God damn, I didn't realize there were so many of those. So actually, there really wasn't that many. What's 6 days and 7 nights? What is that?
Oh, that's Harrison Ford and I forget her name, Anne Blanche, and they get stranded on an island for 6 days and 7 nights.
and it's romantic hilariousness.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I forget what they're being hunted by though.
Whoa. Sorry.
Yeah, there's like a sense of like there's a survival thing to it as well.
What is Cutthroat Island? God, that movie's long.
How long is it?
2 hours and 4 minutes.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like 3. 2 hours or 4 minutes. That's shorter than all the Pirates movies.
Yeah, but what happens in this movie? Who's in this movie?
I don't know. I can't. It's funny that you own this video game cartridge that you're so excited about.
Because I remember loving it as a kid. That's
the video
the
game.
movie.
Oh,
I remember,
so you have seen it.
I've seen it as a kid.
Okay,
I never
okay.
watched it as an adult because it's one of those things I don't want to see it because I don't want it to ruin the memory.
Yeah.
I remember really liking the movie.
That's fair, that's fair.
And it has a 5.7 and a 40% tomato meter. So
It's probably fun. I mean, Phantom's around there as well. You
that's
know?
true. And it has that
Yeah.
90s.
And Phantom has a little bit of that swashbuckler pirate feel to it as well.
Well, yeah.
He's
his main enemy is pirates.
I know, exactly.
Actually, yeah, there's a lot of pirate shit floating around.
Okay, so let's focus in here on the franchise then. So let's just really quick go through each one and just really quickly like what the main like
thing is
for it. So the first one, Curse of the Black Pearl, is Barbossa trying to get the golden coin, which they call an amulet at one point in the film, and I'm like, no, you already said it's a coin, not an amulet. What the fuck? Anywho,
I didn't catch that.
it went.
Are you sure they're not calling it a medallion?
No, he said amulet.
Oh.
She took the amulet. I'm like, nope, wrong thing.
Maybe they just didn't want to correct Jeffrey.
Yeah.
see Jeffrey
What
losing.
was the name of the treasure? Do you remember?
Aztec.
It was Aztec gold. Yeah, that put a curse on them. That anybody that takes from it, that they will be cursed forever. Oh, and really, that is one thing I will say about this entire franchise, and I think that's what makes it interesting and for a good idea for revitalizing this like pirate movie idea is adding this element of supernatural, because ghost stories, like pirate stories, I should say, and like stories of the sea are all filled around with this idea of like supernaturalness.
Well, and pirates were very superstitious.
Yeah, yeah,
you know?
exactly.
They were like athletes. You know, they had to have their special thing. Well, even just like what they did, like Blackbeard. You know, lighting his beard on fire with gunpowder and shit to give him this fucking.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, they use these fear tactics because
Yeah.
everyone was so superstitious.
Exactly.
And it's actually
all
kind
a little crazy.
Yeah, it's all fucking. It's wild.
Boxers used to piss on their hands to think it because they thought it would make it their hands tougher, like the skin tougher.
Nice.
Yeah, right.
That's cool.
Right.
Fucking gorilla status.
But yeah, so the
Put my pheromones.
get the Aztec gold and return it, so then they can break their curse of no longer being undead, essentially.
Yeah, and it's like, well, and I think that like the curses are all like pretty solid. Like, well, this one, because it's like they're alive, and then when the moonlight shows us for what we really are,
Yeah.
neither dead nor living. And I like the whole thing. It's like they can't.
You better start believing in ghost stories. You're in one.
Fucking great.
Great line, dude.
Great. And then he walks.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa. This poor girl.
Right? And then she gets just like tossed
tousled
around
around
by
yeah.
all these ghosts.
Being
Yeah.
attacked by an undead
And,
monkey.
like, yeah.
But like, you know, that curse is cool because it's like, it has this, I don't know, it has this really loudness to it. Like when they walk into the moonlight and you see them for what they are. But there's also this subtlety to it because he's talking about that they're dead in a sense. So they can't taste, they can't feel. And it's like this thing that's been going on for all, you know, what, 20 years or whatever. And it's
No, 10.
driving them crazy because they just can't feel anything.
Yeah.
And that's like kind of cool. And then with Barbossa's death, when he has that feel cold moment, and you know, it was like that he
Drops the apple.
And
When the fuck has he been holding the apple this entire fight?
Yes,
God damn it.
he's always ready with an apple.
Rosebud.
Yeah, but like it was pretty solid, and it's the first one which introduces us to Captain Jack and our two annoying ass love interests. They have been the weakest part, in my opinion, of that
Yeah.
entire
And
franchise.
so what's funny, I guess I'll bring this up real quick as we get into explaining the rest of them. What you brought up a while ago while we were just, you know, watching is that if this should have been more like an individual, like
Indiana Jones is what
thing. And that was what the original idea was.
Yeah, because I said I was thinking about it before we were watching him, and I was like, I came up with why they didn't work because they had a through line. They should have Indiana Jonesed it with a really because also
I have a further explanation on it. So what ended up happening is the first one had such a big success that everybody just signed on for 2 more films, and then they were like, oh, to save money, let's film them back to back. So then the idea of having them, each movie being kind of like its own individual adventure, kind of went out the window because they're like, well, if we're going to film these movies back to back, we should have there be this continuing through line. And I will say that it's only the second and the third one that can, like, you can remove those 2 and have Curse of the Black Pearl live alone. And you can have Curse of the Black Pearl live alone without those 2. Like, it's its own story. It's like yeah. So, and that's kind of, so essentially you can just say like the second one and the third one together are like a 5-hour film.
Yeah, it's a part 1 and part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but that is it did hurt it. It did hurt what they were intentionally trying to do for this franchise because of how just stretched out the storyline for these two movies became because they became so bloated.
There's a million things happening.
So much happening by the end of the third one. I still don't even know who the big bad guy is technically of the third one. I guess technically Davy Jones still, but then it's also the East India Trading Company.
And then Calypso.
Yeah, it's just like, what is... Yeah. So, all right. So, our second one, Dead Man's Chest. This is just trying to find Davy Jones' heart, right?
No, it's Jack finally having to fulfill
The black
his
spot.
debt. Yeah, fulfill his debt to Davy Jones.
He's trying to avoid Davy Jones.
Yeah.
And
his Kraken.
And his Kraken. So, that's why they're trying to... So, the idea is to get the heart... Davy Jones' heart
as like a bargaining chip.
Yeah. And then in the third one, the East India Trading Company now has the heart.
And they control the seas, and they're kind of putting an end to piracy and free trade.
Yeah.
That's very... It's capitalism taking over the trade routes, basically.
It's what England wanted to do.
Yeah. Well, they all wanted to.
Yeah.
Spain.
True, yeah.
Anyone with a naval force was trying to do that.
Yeah.
Which takes us to the fourth one.
And then we have like, he's like, since he has Davy Jones' heart, he has like control over Davy Jones and the Flying Dutchman as well. The whole thing is that with Davy Jones is that in order for him to actually die, you have to kill him. But whoever kills him then takes control over the Flying Dutchman and has to be the
the
harbinger of death.
Yeah.
Take those who die into the afterlife type thing.
Like those that die at sea, I guess specifically.
And apparently Davy Jones wasn't doing that.
That's why he looked all...
That's why the Flying Dutchman and his crew were cursed.
Yeah. But also, I thought that was weird too, because then... I'm going to jump to the fifth one, because then the fifth one, we end all curses.
Yeah.
Sea curses. Is... Davy Jones, it doesn't seem like a curse. It's like, it seems like you are a pretty important entity involved in the afterlife of spirit. It's like, that's not I guess you could say but it feels like that's an important
I think it might be a curse. Like there is a spiritual being that should have this power and be doing this, not taking it and giving it to a mortal, cursing a mortal with this thing.
But then who's doing it now?
I don't know. Poseidon's nephew. You coughed through my laugh.
Huh?
I said Poseidon's nephew.
Oh. Sorry, I got something stuck in my throat. Good
job, Jacob. Yeah.
No, but even then, I thought when they broke the curse, I was like, man, it was pretty lucky that they weren't underwater at the time that the curse was broken. They happened to be on the surface, like at that exact moment. Good, man, that's lucky.
Or maybe it just, I don't know. You're cutting too much into the nitty gritty for a fucking movie franchise like this. Because a lot of this is to eat the carrot.
Well, no, but it's that thing. It's what Disney, it's what Disney really made glaring when they did Star Wars. They don't watch their own shit.
Yeah.
And they don't follow the continuity. And what's
also,
weird,
it's like if you don't see it off screen, if you don't watch it on screen, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how it happened. It happened.
Well, no, but even from the first to the second one, like I remember thinking, man, if we just went and got this treasure from the cursed Aztec gold, that'd fix a lot. We have a lot of, bargaining power to be an undead pirate guy. But they just wrote in, a big storm wiped that island off.
Yeah.
And that's what caused And it was also, it's kind of like what I was saying about, I said that to you about like the Dark Knight Rises, the fact that there's just no mention of the Joker. Like I get that Heath Ledger passed away, but
there is a mention of the Joker.
Where?
It's on a newspaper headline, and it says the Joker is nowhere to be found after the escape.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you positive?
I'm about 90% sure.
Because I have talked about them doing that before. To you. I have had this conversation. Did I Inception you?
You might have. Man, you did a good Christopher Nolan job.
Did I Inception you? Because I have talked about... I could be completely wrong. I haven't watched that movie because I refuse to watch that movie. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I've watched it like twice and I cannot sit through it again. So I could be totally wrong. But
I'll put in the work.
My point is that from like the first to the second one, they wrote in just this quick little thing of like, okay, well, we got to do something with this treasure because that is going to affect the, why don't
Yeah.
they use it, and they actually did that. And then after the second one, they kind of just went, nah, fuck it,
So yeah,
the pirates.
Yeah, so we have our plot line for the second one is getting Davy Jones' heart and trying to not have Jack Sparrow get eaten by the Kraken, go to Davy Jones' locker, which inevitably they fail. This movie ends very much in an Empire Strikes Back kind of way of they all lose, and we are now setting up for the third film for them to, and then even the third film kind of begins similarly to Return of the Jedi.
I'm not remembering how Return of the Jedi starts.
With Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah. So we have, it's Barbossa and Elizabeth. Oh, yeah. And also Barbossa comes back at the end of the second one.
Yeah, which really pisses me off.
Yeah. Because Calypso revives him, I guess.
He not full dead. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He has been taken body and soul. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
The more I think about it, the more it irritates
I
me.
mean, it's one of those, it's just, that's a Deus Ex Machina type thing. Just literally, they wanted to find an excuse to bring Barbossa back. And they did.
Yeah.
Because pirates and magic and woo. Voodoo. So the third one, it ends with Jack Sparrow. So it's kind of insinuated, I feel like, through the third one that Jack Sparrow is going to kill Davy Jones to take the role of the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, to be...
that's the only way that he can actually save himself from Davy Jones.
Well, and
like,
then it introduces
spot.
his character arc of... Because in every movie after that is he does not want to die.
Yes, yeah.
So now his treasure he's looking for is immortality.
And so we have, and then his character arc, because then what ends up happening is William gets actually killed by Davy Jones, and then Jack Sparrow sets up a thing of Will's on his last breath stabbing Davy Jones' heart, and then Will becomes the captain of Flying Dutchman, taking over Davy Jones' spot. Fourth movie, Search for the Fountain of Youth with Penelope Cruz, Ship in a Bottle, Black Pearl, Long Blackbeard. I really don't remember much of this one. It literally helped me out here. Like, it's such a, like, I was so uninterested in this one.
This one to me is one of the most straightforward ones out of all of them,
It
especially
had the lowest budget.
coming from the third one,
Which
that convolutedness.
that one, yeah.
To this is pretty straightforward. They are looking for the Fountain of Youth. Blackbeard is now the main villain.
And he is a great villain, actually.
He's a great Blackbeard.
Yeah. Like, Ian McShane was great, and Blackbeard is ruthless.
Yeah.
He literally is evil ass pirate.
What's his name?
Ian McShane.
No. Blackbeard.
John something?
Teague? Captain Teague, I think. Anyways, but then Penelope Cruz is his daughter, and Jack and her have had some...
It's the one true love that Jack has actually had.
That he's had stirrings, not full feelings.
Stirrings.
And I mean, yeah, and Blackbeard's thing is, each captain has a thing. Blackbeard thing is he has a magical sword that can control ships, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
That controls the rigging and the ropes
And he also has like a collection of ships in a bottle.
Yeah, and he somehow has the ability to freeze ships in a moment.
Do they ever show him getting the Black Pearl? No, that's explained.
It's explained to us.
That's right. It's Barbossa just talking about it, and we hear the sword fighting, and there's no cutscene or anything, and then that's it. And we're like, oh.
My favorite was on the subtitles, the sea began to swell, and then when the sound starts, it just says sea swelling in the closed captions. I don't know what. I just thought it was so funny because it was that. It was just so like, all right, we just need to get this exposition out there to explain how.
Yeah, there's no really big. There's only one over the top kind of like escape scene for Jack, and even like none of this movie is anywhere near to the same production value of what the last three were.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't need it. It still worked. Like,
yeah,
and I thought it was it's just the most straightforward. And Barbossa has a cool, revenge arc. It's a good pirate thing. And the fact that he's like a privateer now.
Yeah.
And then he has his like he's kind of more of a main character, which I liked. Because it's like in the second one to the third one, we brought him back because we just want to brought him back, but it didn't really feel like he did a lot except yell at people.
Especially the third one. Like he was supposed to be more of a main character, but
Yeah.
he has no arc.
No, he's just kind of there.
He starts to become more of a main character, specifically, especially by the fifth one.
Yeah, and I just liked him. Like, okay, we actually brought him back for a purpose. Like, he's actually going to do stuff. And I didn't think that his exposition of telling how he lost his leg was necessarily a bad idea. I just think it wasn't executed very well.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, and then him coming back to the pirate's life, and you know, him getting the ship, and all that was cool.
And then we have the fifth one. Wait, way too long on this, I feel.
Why? We're talking about the franchise.
Well, yeah, but I wanted to get through this so we could talk more. No, it's been here. Fifth one, Dead Man Tell No Tales. The
Jack's Captain Origin story, which
Yeah.
is also inconsistent, but
a little bit, yeah. And they're searching for Poseidon's trident so they can, like you were talking, you already brought up, break all of the curses of the sea. Because what is she, the daughter of,
it's just
yeah,
hard
that's
like
right.
to find it.
William Jr., I don't remember his Henry.
William Jr. Jr.
He's trying to find it so he can bring his father back because he misses his dad. Okay.
Sad story.
And she's just trying to, because it's the lost treasure that she feels. It's like her last connection to her father.
A way to connect with her father.
That's
by
right.
finding
Yeah.
this.
And Jack Sparrow's arc is literally just
He's hit rock
being
bottom.
there.
Yeah.
He's hit. He literally. I will say there's a little bit that I can tell that is written in Depp's performance. He's a constant drunk through it, and I think that's when you were talking about. There always seemed like this sense of he was a couple steps ahead. He isn't anymore.
Well, they also make this comment about him losing his luck.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, is that gonna come back around? Like, are we gonna find out? Like, you know, like what's her name finds the voodoo doll at the post-credit scene of the fourth one.
Oh yeah.
So is that gonna tie in and she's actually
No.
doing it?
Those post-credit scenes, literally, the only one that actually continuously went through the film or the movies as I think a real thing was the monkey was cursed because the monkey took a cold.
Yeah.
And that monkey is literally immortal.
Yeah, that monkey is the only one that has been in every single film.
Other than Jack and Barbosa. Yeah. And a couple of the side pirates. But
like the monkey, it's all about the monkey. The monkey is the main character.
Well, because you remember at the end of the post-credits, the first one, right?
Yeah.
The monkey steals it. And also it makes sense why the monkey would be able to live on the Black Pearl in that bottle for so long without dying.
Yeah, because it can't die.
It's immortal. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
But yeah, that's the only thing in the post-credits scene. But yeah, so we have in the fifth one, which I think the most interesting actually villain, because
Salazar?
Yeah, played by Javier Bardem.
Well, also because it's Javier fucking Bardem. They get good people for their villains.
I just liked this whole idea of the Spanish Navy, like fleet or ship, I should say, Spanish Armada, that was so like set on, ending all piracy by murdering them.
A genocide, basically.
Turning into ghosts and becoming part of the pirates, like ghost stories, legends.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like it's an irony to them. And then their whole thing's that they're just waiting for this chance of Jack Sparrow to reveal himself so then they could kill him to be set free.
Yeah, but why?
What do you mean, why?
Why do they become ghosts?
Oh, because of his anger, his rage in the Devil's Triangle, the magical properties of the Devil's Triangle.
Cool.
Yeah, it wasn't really explained.
What does that have to do with the compass?
Oh, so they did explain this very quickly. So if you betray the compass, then your greatest fear will be revealed and come after you. Whoa, that was a loud noise.
Okay, I do remember this.
Yes.
That's a real eat the carrot. They're like,
yeah. And like my first thought was, because at the beginning it's like he gives it away. And I was like, this motherfucker was giving this compass away through the entire...
always with intent of getting it back.
Exactly.
This is the first time that he actually got rid of it.
He literally is like, I will give you this for the booze.
Yeah.
Like he's literally betraying the compass. Therefore, the magical properties of the compass lets Salazar free.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay,
that's where... Because, I know I thought about that too. And I was like, all right. It does feel like they kind of like had to rewrite it in to figure like, oh, there we go.
They kind of put the kind of in a corner like, fuck.
How do we do this? Yeah. It feels a little forced narrative.
Yeah, a little bit.
But I was like, all right, fair. Not as bad as forced narratives through the third one.
Well,
which, yeah.
I just thought it was interesting too, like the fact that it took up until the fourth movie for the Spanish to be involved.
Right.
Which I'm like, because those are the two big players at this point, are the British Navy and the Spanish Armadas. Those are like the two powerhouses controlling the seas of this time, who are constantly at each other's throats, and we just haven't run into them until now. But I did like in the fourth one too, like they're going for the Fountain of Youth, and surprise, they're there to destroy it because they're Catholic and this is a affront to God. Thought that was the most interesting thing in the movie. I went, oh my God, that's actually, you're like, oh yeah, we're going to get the royal waters for our king. Our king's like, kill this thing. This is
get rid of this.
Witchcraft. Like, this is devil work, you know? And they're like, nope. And I went, oh, that's cool. I guess it's better than
Hugh Jackman searching for the Fountain of Youth.
yeah, I don't know.
So one of the interesting things is, since Jack is these movies were supposed to be pretty much be Jack Sparrow and Pirates of the Caribbean.
Can I explain that really quick though, too? My Indiana Jones thing. We kind of said it, but when I was thinking about it over the course of, I came to that realization. I was like, the reason Indiana Jones works is because every single movie you can watch on its own. There might be a through line of like with the romantic interest, or there might be these little things that are kind of
callback characters from other movies.
Yeah, that might mention something but you don't necessarily need to know anything about it to watch any of them. That's what they should have done here. And if you go from 1 to 4 and 5,
you have that.
It's only in the middle with 2 and 3, which you said it becomes this bloated whale carcass of just a million things happening, and it's
hard to follow and really keep track of everything.
And it's so weird, less is more, because when you're like, it's so uninteresting. It's a weird thing to say. There's so much happening. It becomes so uninteresting.
Well, it becomes uninteresting by the end of the second one with Barbossa coming back, and then the third one. Because I will say Dead Man's Chest, it's
good.
It's fine. It's fun.
The only problem is that you need the third one to complete that story, because it goes like the way what I do. I said the first one gets a 4, the second one gets a 3.5. It's fun, it's engaging, and then by the third one I gave it a 2. Like it really is just this boop, 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 boop.
Mm-hmm.
And I lost my train of thought, but
yeah,
there's just I don't know, fucking what's his name being Jack's dad. To keep it.
Oh, Keith Richards.
Yeah.
And then the Paul McCartney cameo in the fifth one as Uncle Jack.
Yeah.
It's like there's literally like it's Disney literally just throwing in too much just for for people in the like, oh, it's Keith Richards. He's a pirate. Look at that. Oh,
you're
my
like,
God.
why?
Yeah. Oh, Paul McCartney, I know him. Look at this fun pirate.
That's what it is about the first one too. Is just the fact that it is this action, really great action movie, fucking solid, like great fights.
The sword fight with Will and Jack at the beginning,
great,
hilarious and fun and exciting.
That's what I was gonna say though. It's the action is spot on with this really like charming humor to it.
Yeah,
it actually was. They were funny, like.
A weird thing that I noticed about this is the evolution of the humor through the films went from this kind of like lightly influenced commedia dell'arte, like Italian style of theater, of like mask performance, like El Capitan and I'm forgetting all their names, but like it's very physical comedy, and Johnny Depp is doing it spot on.
I think that's
amazingly.
Yeah.
And also, all in my research, apparently Johnny Depp spent like a big influence for Jack Sparrow as a character was Bugs Bunny and Looney Tunes in general. Mm-hmm. And there are moments through the entire franchise where that is accentuated really well. Like when he's in Davy Jones' locker and the multiple versions of him that he's battling with, it is a giant Looney Tunes vignette.
That scene too, I hear a lot of people talk about that's when they checked out.
That's one of the most interesting scenes of that movie. It's so funny.
Well, then it's like it's a really interesting representation of a hell for a pirate.
Yeah.
In the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
No rum, no women, no nothing but you. Just a bunch of
you.
that you have to deal with, and
all these different representations of this personality. That
and that was also what I thought was weird because in that third one, he's kind of crazy at that point.
yeah.
He's now hallucinating a bunch of hymns the whole time, and they
Are
didn't.
you real?
They didn't continue that, and I was like, that would have been great. They have these weird little moments of multiple Jacks, like these little angel and devil on his shoulders, making like they're hanging from his dreads. That was pretty funny. Like, you know, like I don't know.
Was it? And then is it in the fourth one where there's multiple Jacks that he runs into again? There's like one that his brain falls out because he's like.
No, that's the third one.
That's still in the third one.
That's the third one.
Okay,
yeah.
that is still the third one.
Well, because there's the brain falling out is like the version of him if he gets shanghaied into the Dutchman's
yeah.
crew.
Okay, that's right. Yeah.
The fate.
I don't know why I thought that.
But even that's like so weird to me. Like there's just like within their own curses that they have created, there's these inconsistencies. The only reason they look like these fish people is because they're not doing their job. Okay, cool, check. But inevitably you will become part of this ship.
Regardless.
Is what it sounds like. But is that only because you're not doing it? So this is now the fate where then why isn't that happening to Davy Jones? Why is it only happening to
The crew.
You know what I mean? It's just like, granted, it's a pirate's curse, whatever, who gives a shit, but there are just these moments, it just doesn't feel very consistent.
Yeah, no.
And their own, and that's what drives me nuts. In the thing they made, they can't keep it consistent.
Yeah, well, that's because they just wanted to keep cashing in the cow, cashing in the money, you know? And it wasn't really, it's so many little, I mean, it's such a, like I said, it's such a bloated thing that, of course, they have these inconsistencies because they're adding so much. There's no way for them to keep track of all of it together. You know, they're trying to do is like, okay, we need to get from point A to point B for Jack to have this happen to him because Jack is our main character. He's our Indiana Jones. And so regardless of what weird inconsistencies we write into it, Jack will just get to this point because that's where he needs to go. And that's what it is. And you don't really start to notice it until you start rewatching it all over because the first time you're watching it, you're just kind of overwhelmed with so much
it's
shit.
It's also 2003, 2017. It's like it's the same thing as watching a sitcom on binge mode. It's like you're going to
an old 90s sitcom on binge mode.
Yeah. You notice a lot of inconsistencies because it wasn't written for that kind of viewing experience. But even like one of the coolest things, like, I don't know. I just feel like they lost a lot of the charm and the heart to it too. Because like why Jack became a pirate is really interesting. And then by the fifth one, his being a pirate captain thing feels...
Well, that's showing how he became captain of the Black Pearl. Not, I mean, he's still...
Not the Black Pearl, it's something else. It's not the Black Pearl yet.
That wasn't the Black Pearl?
No, it's like the Wretched Gull or Bloated Gull or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's a different ship.
But no, it has the same...
It's not. It says when they're going...
I know it says that, but he can rename the ship.
It's not the Black Pearl, though. It's too small.
Okay.
I think. Anyways, my point, is like, you know, to find out what in the second one or the third one? I don't remember which one. But you find out that he got branded as a pirate because he released slaves on a slave ship.
That was the second one you find out.
And you're like, oh, shit. Like, that he stole, quote-unquote, property, and then you find out that now he's been it's like kind of this interesting thing where it's like, well, he doesn't believe in this, so he's going to release these people. Then he gets branded as a pirate, and now he has no choice but to be a pirate because with that brand, no honor, you know, no merchant ship's going to sign you on. So he kind of forced in.
So that's how he became a pirate, but then we see how he became the captain. Yeah,
but he's like, how old is he in that? Oh, God, what terrible CG that is, too.
Really? You think so? I don't think it was that bad.
Young Jack?
Yeah, I don't think
he gives me the willies. I find him so creepy looking.
I mean, that's at that time when Disney was doing that, like, de-aging stuff super hardcore. Remember, like, the Reface thing, like they did with Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah, but he looked
Leia.
fine because he was such a distinct looking dude.
I think Leia at the end of Rogue One looks really computer like bad.
No, she looks terrible. She looks like Edward and Bella's baby.
Rosaline,
whatever her name is.
Nessie,
but
resume.
Tarkin is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the guy they got to like looked like him enough.
Tarkin was fine. Leia was a nightmare.
Resume?
What
the fuck is her name?
Well, it's Nessie. Their nickname is Nessie. So
You just watched him.
yeah, sounds like a drill. I think she's doing work.
She's doing stuff upstairs.
Drills at it. What you guys doing down there? It's got to be like
Resume?
yeah, I just said that. Renesame.
Resume. I don't care what anyone says. Her name is Resume now.
Anywho, and then you have, I feel like the Jack, it's like definitely not as good as the Tarkin, not as bad as the Leia. Like that's the Jack Sparrow one is like, it's good. It's in between.
Well, it's just, I guess what my point about that is that you had a moment to kind of explore that story more.
Oh, yeah.
And you didn't, you know? I don't know.
I wonder why.
What?
Disney doesn't want to explore a bunch of people being enslaved and on camera. Like, come on.
What do you mean? It's a pirate movie.
Yeah. And they're making a glamorous life of it.
Okay.
In a weird way.
I guess. I mean,
it's a romanticized idea, you know?
Yeah. I hate to break it to you, Disney. Slave trade was a very popular
100% was.
in this period.
But
I
don't blame them for not focusing on it.
I don't know.
Because
it makes Jack so much more of an interesting character.
I mean, we have that history. We know it. So,
that's my point.
But
though.
we don't know the story of how he became a captain.
I also don't get the de-aging thing. I don't get why we do that. You don't have to show them. You could have someone with a fucking wig and just show the back and imply like they did with that.
Or cast a young actor that looks similar to them.
Yeah, or I just don't get the de-aging thing.
I feel like that's done now.
Oh, yeah. I just don't get why we were doing that.
Because it was new technology to play with.
Yeah, I guess, but don't put it in your $400 million production. I don't know. I just don't think. Did I tell you though? Like even with the Witcher recap after Liam took over, they do like a recap of the other seasons, and they just never show Henry Cavill's face. It's just the guy with the sword and white. You just see a back of white hair whooshing around, and you're like, okay, we're just not going to show. We're just not going to show him.
They probably don't have the rights to show his face anymore.
One shot of his face in the entire recap.
They have to pay him.
I was actually pretty impressed that they pulled it off. Like it was pretty good.
But so we have the evolution of Jack's character becoming more of a cartoon character. I feel like through the films as well.
Yeah,
like I think the peak best of it is in the third one. And that's probably one of Johnny Depp's best performance, and also probably Jack Sparrow's best character arc because of what he does to the whole thing is he could kill Davy Jones right there and just take care of the Flying Dutchman, but he knows that with Will being alive, he can still at least see Elizabeth every 10 years, and you know, I mean, and Will can set his father free, and Will can be the honorable captain of the Dutchman or some shit, but you have it's an interesting character growth for Jack. And by the end of it, Jack has the Black Pearl, he gets what he wants as well. And his character growth. And by the end of the fifth one, he has the exact same arc in the fifth one that he did at the end of the third one. And the third one also, and the fifth one, there's weird parallels here. I feel like, because the Calypso spiral and the ship's on the edge, and then at the end of the fifth one, the split of the sea with Poseidon's trident and the ship on the edge of the water. It's like they literally kind of started just copying, like just doing the same bit again and again and again.
Yeah, I mean, they came out 10 years apart, though, so maybe they didn't think anyone would notice.
And here we are talking about it. But I guess I kind of lost my train of thought of like the Spanish Armada and Salazar being interested. Oh, no, I did make that point because who was quote unquote thinking they are the good guys becoming the ghost stories. But yeah, I don't know. I think all in all, what I do think is it would be really cool for them to re-release at least the first one in like a 4DX setting, for theaters right now. I think you could get like a lot of people like going in to spend money for like a 4DX. Maybe not like technically a 4DX because you can't do the 3D with it because it wasn't filmed at 3D cameras. I think the fourth one was, but you could re-release these in theaters with like the theme park, stuff, the water spraying on you and the seats moving you. And I think that would be, and I think that's a big thing. We were talking about movie theaters a couple weeks ago. I think theaters need to lean into making it more of like an attraction like that. And I know they kind of have, because like a lot of movies are now doing that 4DX.
Yeah.
Because nobody really wants to go and see like a, hour and a half, 2 hour drama in the theaters much anymore. Unless it's like a little private theater type thing. You don't want to spend $30 on a ticket to see.
Well, they also, and I know they do now. I feel like more. Maybe I just notice it more. But go into the nostalgia stuff. Like the Grinch is playing right now in theaters and stuff like that. Like wait for anniversaries and blah blah blah.
But yeah, overall, this franchise just kind of it's interesting to see that it kind of refound that identity that it was trying to do at first. That was hurt by the fact of just trying to rush 2 movies out so quickly.
Yeah.
Because like it did kind of eventually find that like, oh, let's have these be individual stories. And despite Barbossa really only being in 30 seconds screen time of the second one, he is a recurring character in every single film, and he is a main supporting character through at least, a main character, the first one, main villain, and then from the third one, fourth one, and fifth one, very prominent, important supporting character.
Yeah,
and then giving him his arc by the end of the fifth one, which I thought was kind of fitting. It's a good it closes the chapter for him.
Yeah, it's just I wish it was just a better book.
I could tell. Actually, I could even argue that this fifth one is a really good closing chapter for it all because of the MacGuffin, because of the idea that the thing is getting Poseidon's trident to end all sea curses. So now there is no more magic in the seas.
Yeah, but it's weird to me too because I see that as a bad thing.
As closing the chapter for it like that?
Of getting rid of all the magic.
Yeah.
Granted, there are people that are cursed, but every single one of them is their fault.
Yeah.
From the very get-go. Yeah, they took Aztec gold, blood money.
It's your reckoning of what you've
You're
put this upon yourself.
You're a fucking pirate. You're a murdering pirate. Sorry. So it's or even with to jump back to the fifth one, he's a bloodthirsty monster that is going after. And granted, he's a cop, I guess, in a sense. Mm-hmm. Captain.
Oh yeah, he's on. Yes, yeah.
But
Spanish Armada. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's he's not no quarter, no mercy. He's just going around and blowing up everyone. So it's and then he gets cursed. Yeah. I mean, what'd you expect? You went into something called the Devil's Triangle.
Yeah.
Trying to kill a child. Sorry about it. You know what I mean? So it's it to me, it's a weird, that's why I mean, when I was when we were talking in the very get go about them continuing this, how now? I
mean, it would be a reboot without Jack Sparrow. It'd be a new pirate that you introduce.
Yeah. But what about the magic? Jack never existed, or we're just not, Jack is somewhere over here doing his thing and we're now following.
Now we're 100 years later and Jack's dead. Now we're going into
following Margot Robbie around.
I don't know.
But yeah, but okay. But then is the magic?
I don't know the answer.
I'm asking your opinion. I'm not asking
I don't know, man. Just
do you think they would keep the magic out and have a more grounded thing, or do you think they'd write in a way to have magic back?
I don't think it would be supernatural in the same sense, maybe. And then I think that would be a huge backlash, and then it would fail. Because it's Pirates of the Caribbean, and I think now, because of what they've created, the supernatural aspect is now just has to exist in it.
Yeah. And that's why I think that ending all sea curses was kind of because that's what makes it fun.
But they could do what they did in Indiana Jones and have it just go backwards instead of forwards.
True.
Because Temple of Doom is technically a prequel to Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Technically, it is. It's the events of Temple of Doom are timeline-wise before Raiders.
Yeah. So you could just have a different scenario. And actually, if you went back, knowing fucking Disney, you could bring Davy Jones.
Exactly.
And shit. You could have
100%.
them show up randomly.
Yeah.
And with a character like that, you could make it 100
I think that's the answer right there, is that they can't go forward in time from post Poseidon's Trident.
Yeah, but they can. They can live from there back.
Yeah.
Anywhere. And it's a big ocean. You could put all be happening.
There's a lot of dead sharks in the sea.
There's a lot of like room that you could have this story going on, just not Pirates of the Caribbean, Pirates of the Pacific, or whatever. You know.
So yeah. I kind of want to like just really quick last thought. We're at like 55. We should be wrapping up, but the style of the actual film itself from the first one to the last one, the identity of the first one is very unique, and I feel like stands out from the rest of them. The only thing that carries through in 2 through 5 is literally these are the same characters we're watching, but they kind of feel like different movies. If anything, I'd maybe the first one and the fourth one kind of have more of a similar vibe and identity.
Well, because they also are the smaller of them.
Yeah.
They're more of they are the more isolated incident things.
Yeah.
The Indiana Jones thing.
Yeah.
Because also the first one is based off of a Disney ride. The other ones feel like a Disney ride.
Yes, that's actually a great way to say that. 100%.
Like the first one has all those little Easter eggs and these little homages to the ride, but it feels like this. They made it feel living and breathing, kind of like that ride does. It does feel like, and the animatronics are these people that you're watching and whatever, and they kept true to that. And it's fun and entertaining, but then it begins to feel cheap as it continues on, like a ride, and not a very good one. Because it's the same thing with like to Indiana Jones ride. Same thing. The Indiana Jones ride is very fun, and those movies kept that kind of
magic
to it. You know, I just realized, why is there an Indiana Jones ride?
Because they had the money to. I don't know.
I just didn't. Who owns Indiana Jones? I mean, now I know.
Lucas.
Right. But that was so long before Disney owned like Lucas Films. I'm just wondering how that deal happened.
When did the Indiana Jones ride happen?
That was one of the old OG ones.
Oh.
That was there when I was a kid.
They may have just bought rights for it.
Maybe.
I mean, because before it was owned by Lucas, it was just a Spielberg property.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, so it was just some deal they made. I just realized that I was like, oh yeah, Indiana Jones. At Disney before.
Yeah, I think you kind of hit the nail in the coffin, or you know what? Whatever.
They should have just kept it isolated incidents. I get the logic of like, hey, let's ride this pirate train.
Well, other than just like keep him as isolated incidents, like obviously we've talked. It's like they made that mistake, that the second and the third one, blah. But the identity of the first one based off a ride, the rest of them feel like they're trying to make a ride. Because that first one, there's this sense of groundedness. Like, I guess it's also that since they're introducing us to this ghost world, that there's just a little bit more sense of groundedness leading into it. And by the end of the first one, we already know this supernaturalness exists. Now it's just fucking
floodgates are open.
Yeah.
Well, because even like Jack too. Jack is learning about the curse, and we watch him in real time realize, oh, they're actually they are cursed. My old crew that mutinied me. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Like I just thought that was a story that I was just also kind of perpetuating. I didn't realize it was real, you know, and I think that the big, and I really hate to say this because it just is rude. I really think the big hit is they kept fucking Swan and Turner around too long.
Because, and also the weird love triangle they try to introduce.
That's what I mean, though, because it's like in the first one, Elizabeth and Will are fine. Yeah. They are fine. But they become really fucking insufferable by the second and third one. And part of that thing is that love triangle. Will they, won't they? Yeah. But
she might want to be with Jack, and Jack might want to be with her. But and Will's like, oh my God, you want to be with Jack? Ugh.
They just really, those two characters really just overstay their welcome. And then by the fifth one, fucking Turner comes back, and you're like, you got old for being an immortal pirate.
You looked great.
You got older.
It's true.
I didn't know ghosts could get older. That same thing with Chris Pine in Wonder Woman 2.
Oh, yeah.
He got significantly older. I'm like, haven't you been dead this whole time? Like, why do you look so rough? Or Hugh Jackman Wolverine.
And like I will say also in the fifth one, it is very clear that we have Henry and the other girl that are supposed to be our Will and Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And Henry is a lot more the only it's like they are like kind of carbon copies, but there's just like enough of a tweak. It's like they were like it's like they looked at the Will and Elizabeth character and they're like, let's just turn it a little bit over here.
It's still better though than the love interest with the fourth one.
Yeah.
The priest wanting to fuck the
The
fish lady.
mermaid, yeah.
Which, like, that's what I only mean that too, is because there's actually genuinely like some kind of connection. Granted, it is the same thing and they tweaked it, but there just feels more. This priest guy, a priest, wants to fuck the fish lady. That's where this is stemming from, and we're not really trying to hide it, but we're trying to. A turd is a turd, no matter how you dress it up. You know what I mean? And it's like they're trying to make it like, oh, it's this beautiful. It's like, no. The guy's got a fish fetish, and he didn't know until this moment. He's a fucking priest. Like,
Yeah.
I really hated that one. Sorry. She looked a lot like Liv Tyler to me, though.
I could see that.
Like a very young Liv Tyler.
A mermaid's tear.
I do. Yeah, no, fucking what's his name is Blackbeard was just he has some great lines in that.
His entrance was absolutely fantastic. 'Cause I love that moment where Jack's like incites a mutiny because he's like, there is no captain. It's like, when's last time you seen? And he's like making all these very valid points.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, I think Jack's right. Jack should take over the ship. And then boom, here he comes. And you're like, oh no, whoopsies.
Or it's like the mermaids are too tough for tears of sorrow, but tears of joy. You know, I was just like, ooh, like, why'd you say it like that? Like, he just had this like, I don't like you. You're a bad man.
All right, so how do we want to end this? How do we want to wrap this up? What are our final thoughts, maybe?
This is just a franchise that is just such a bummer. The only one I'll ever probably watch, especially now that we did this, is probably the first one. I'll probably never watch any of the other ones ever again.
Yeah.
I just don't care. And that's just a bummer too, because it's like you said, the second one is actually really entertaining. Davy Jones is a really cool, but everyone just overstayed their welcome, because even then with Davy Jones, we gave him this other fucking plot line where he was with Calypso, the sea goddess.
Oh my God, yeah.
But then he carved out his own heart because not being able to be with her. And you're like, who are you people? Like, who are you? Like, at first we think you're this lobster man that is just this undead cursed pirate. No, actually, you're the farrier of the dead that's not doing his job because his sea goddess girlfriend broke up with him and he cut out his heart.
Sea witch goddess.
You're like, what are you talking about? It's like, are you having a stroke?
Romantic.
It's crazy. Like, and that's just the bummer, because Davy Jones just being this cursed fish pirate guy that just goes around to fucking agent of chaos is cool. Let's leave it there.
I guess that is another thing, is they started to make every character a lot more complex than they needed to be. In the first one, and even Jeffrey Rush flats out says that playing Barbossa is like, I didn't want to add any complexity to him. I just wanted to play him as a simple villain. He wants to his
evil pirate captain.
He's an evil pirate captain that wants to break the curse, and he needs the Aztec gold by any means necessary.
Yeah, and
that's more compelling.
Yeah.
Than the convoluted shit that Davy Jones became.
That's just what it is. And I think that's my final thought is that the franchise really overstayed its welcome, and it's really unfortunate because it did have two first installments that really were going. The first one definitely, obviously, but then the second one, they're like,
it really took off in a great way, and it missed the landing.
It collapsed under its own weight.
Well, because the landing it needed was another movie. And that movie was a fucking train wreck of itself.
It literally collapsed under its own weight. Yeah. And it's like that's where it falls apart. Is like, if you, again, first one and second one, their own standalone things that you maybe have some through lines, blah 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 blah. But to make 2 and 3 have to be a part 1 and part 2, basically, really made it lose momentum.
It's very few franchises have been able to be successful with that. I will say that Star Wars is probably the most, with Empire to Return.
Yeah,
because Empire still feels like a complete movie.
Well, yeah, I mean, the ones the through line ones being Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, those.
Yeah, because Two Towers and Return really
you need to watch both of those.
Yeah,
And then you have the other end of the camp, the Indiana Jones, where you don't need to watch any of them in any particular order.
Yeah.
Really.
And then you got the Fast and the Furious.
Which I have no fucking idea anything about. I've never seen one of those.
No, you can actually watch like any of. I think the most recent one they kind of did a weird part. They're doing a weird part too. Anywho, but most 9 of them I think kind of stand alone.
James Bond, Daniel Craig. You can watch those on.
You can
watch those on their own.
Maybe not necessarily the most recent one.
I've never seen the last one.
No. Did you see Spectre?
Yeah. Wait, is that with Javier Bardem?
No, that's Skyfall. Spectre's the one with
what's his name?
Christopher Waltz.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen that
one.
Maybe now I'm thinking about it. I think I've only seen 2 of those. I don't think I've seen the 3rd and 4th one.
You've seen Casino Royale.
Yes.
You've seen Quantum of Solace.
Yes.
You've seen Skyfall.
No.
Skyfall's the one with Javier Bardem.
That's so rude. I know. Okay. No, I've seen clips.
Oh, you haven't seen it all the way through?
No.
Maybe we should do that as the next one.
Yeah, actually, I would love to. I haven't. I don't know. That's so weird to me because I really love Daniel Craig as Bond.
Yeah.
He's such a babe and such a weird. God, beat me up. I think he's one of the.
Oh, stop choking me! Oh,
I think he's the best Bond. Like I really do.
He's my favorite Bond.
He's
yeah.
absolutely the best.
He's my favorite Bond because of the groundedness, and then I would say honestly, my next favorite is the OG Sean Connery because of what it was.
Well, but I like the Sean Connery because it's the look.
Yeah,
that 60s.
And then Pierce Brosnan because it's kind of ridiculous in its own right, but fun in a 90s way.
Yeah, no, Daniel Craig is. I heard wasn't there a rumor that Idris Elba was going to be a Bond?
We don't know who the next Bond is still. It's Idris Elba's been in talks. There's been
Tom Hardy.
There's been a female lead as Bond that people wound up in arms about.
I would love that.
I think it was also like a black female actress.
No, but
right?
I would love that, and then just make her just as much of a pig as Bond, and she's just going around just sleeping with everybody.
Oh, and it's not even just men and women,
just everyone,
yeah.
just
orgies, just Bond orgies, shaken not
because
stirred.
Bond is a whore, and he always has been a whore, and I would love for her just to be like, you know what? Fuck it. That'd be awesome. Her sitting there in a robe with a dirty martini, just getting, let's go. I'm in. Sounds great.
Okay. All right. Did we finish our final thoughts with Pirates?
Yes. It collapsed under its own weight. The first one is really great. It had this pathway it could have gone down, and it just became another Disney cash cow like this.
Yeah. I will say the first one is definitely one I can rewatch. I could maybe casually have the 5th one on in the background. I don't think I would turn it off. The other ones, I would probably just be like, no, I'm okay. I'm going to change the channel.
I could watch the 4th one casually.
I think, yeah.
Because I just like Blackbeard and everything. I think that's my final thought, is that it overstayed its welcome. And it overstayed its welcome with its characters more specifically.
I will say it overstayed its welcome in the 2nd and 3rd one. And that 2nd and 3rd one just really put a sour taste.
But that's the thing. It fucked up its trajectory.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to... They fumbled. And they caught it, kind of. But at that point, no one cared anymore. Yeah. Which is unfortunate.
The 4th one and the 5th one... I think, as much as I say I find the 4th one very, very boring. The 3rd one, I just can't tell you anything that really
happened.
Concretely happens in it.
Yeah.
But the 5th one, I think the 1st, the 4th, and the 5th.
It just also shows the weird relationship that people have with Disney. Because like Disney, I feel like is one of the few companies out there that is really good at alienating their audience and fans. But we keep coming back for more. It's like it's an abusive relationship with this company that we have.
I was messaging Keto about something, and the Jake Paul Anthony Johnson fight.
Yeah,
and we were both kind of like calling out Jake Paul for it was probably a fixed fight and all this stuff. And I pretty much was like, yeah, well, we're giving him more like fame and glory and whatnot, but we're consuming it. We're watching it. We're continually showing up for these things, giving him the
platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Akito's like, yeah, you're right. It's totally true.
Yeah. I mean,
the only way to truly stop this from Disney is if everybody was to boycott it, but it's not going to happen.
Well, it's like, it's a whole thing. It's like we get these movies that no one asked for kind of thing. It's like
these live action remakes.
Yeah, or like, then we finally get Zootopia, which I feel like that was on the back burner for a while, but
Zootopia 2.
yeah, but I feel like the cop thing was an issue,
I could see that, yeah.
them being cops.
All right, we are 10 minutes over, so.
Okay. We don't know what we're doing next week.
No, we don't actually. Fuck.
We got to talk about that. Connect the Stars. Funny enough, Christopher Waltz, Adam Driver. I thought that was fitting considering you were talking about Star Wars and
Oh,
James
yeah,
Bond.
that's fair. I feel like that could be an easy one, too. Maybe. Who knows? Is it Christopher Waltz or Christoph Waltz?
Christoph.
With an F?
PH.
With a PH.
So yeah,
Waltz
play
to
along if you want to.
Driver.
Just
Yeah, I really like it. And also, what are your thoughts on the
Pirates.
Pirates of the Caribbean franchise? You know?
I think too.
Which one's your favorite? Who's your favorite character?
I think if you had kids, younger kids, this is a great franchise.
Yeah, if I could see. Yeah, especially the first one. And that's what I was really thinking about with like putting it back into theaters as well.
Yeah, like I think still they're kind of scary and everything, but if you have young kids that are kind of into pirates and stuff, these are good for that. But
Are kids even into pirates anymore?
I'm sure there is a kid that's into pirates. Anyways,
he's got a spicy brain.
I got gum on my jacket.
That's nice. That
Gross.
sucks. Okay.
Yeah, so follow us on Instagram, Facebook. All our promos are on there, so you will know what's coming up when we do. We have not figured it out. We will do that as soon as we get off here, I'm sure. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
This is Tommy.
This is Jacob.
This is Tommy and Jacob's
Mixtape.
Mixtape.
Arr, matey.
You just wanted to say that all the time.